Leo, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to the Unseen Hands Collective. This is going to be your March shift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. Leo, interesting cards, interesting image. The image that's coming to me for you is something about making it official. You're signing on the dotted line, or like ripping a piece of paper off of the top. Like there's something very deliberate. You know, there's like a deliberate commitment or like a deliberate act. Making it official. I'm wondering how that is going to play out in your cards here. So let's look at your shapeshift. We're using Brian Froud's Fairies this month. And you are shifting out of this card called the Spirit Dancer and into the Guardian at the Gate. And I'm seeing this as there's a need to push through a passage. You are finding yourself perhaps facing some pretty confusing or dense, shifty energy. I'll explain in a moment, but it's like, I'm really seeing this Spirit Dancer as just like pushing through to get to the other side, you know, and there's like this, everything is sort of channeling you. Everything has led you. That's the feeling of it. Y'all know I've been talking about your readings for like 2 years. You know, it's like since I started this channel, there's been such specific energy coming through for Leo and a pretty consistent story around freeing yourself. And this, it's still here. It's still playing out. It's still in process. Hey, listen, these processes are really big. And Leo, perhaps you've been moving through a really big process leading up until now that you're going to continue to move through. So it's all good. But here we are, right? Okay, so you're still in this. Basically, you're still trying to free yourself from whatever situation this is that I've been reading for you for 2 years. And there's this like final sort of, or like a really big, intense thing to push through to get to the other side. And I'll show you what that is, how that's showing up. We have the Glackoner, the Feline, and the Pook. And this is interesting. The Glackoner and the Pook are showing up as the same energy for me. And you, dear lion, dear Leo, are this feline. Now, as you can see, this is not your finest form, okay? This is a version of you that has, it's stooped. It is a little bit like, you know, a little, you've been perhaps diminished, perhaps weighed down, perhaps feeling pretty trapped and stifled and isolated. By what I'm feeling as this energy. Now, is this energy something outside of you? Is this energy something within you? Yes, is the answer to all of those things. You know, it's like there may be a very clear external manifestation you can point to. Like this might be a person for you. This might be a situation that you find yourself in. Regardless, it's bringing out some sort of energy inside of you that's really kept you down, kept you feeling pretty trapped and unable to escape from it. You know, it's like, and interestingly, I'm seeing it as this Glackoner / Pook. I'm just going to call it the Pook because I like that word better. The Pook has been shifting shape around you for some time, to an extent that I think you're not sure what end is up. You know, it's like 1 minute, okay, for example, if this is a person, 1 minute they're presenting in this way and you're like, oh my gosh. And if you look very closely, this figure is slippery. They are not everything that they say they are. If you look really closely at the head, there's another creature underneath of the mask, you know, like there's a shape-shifting kind of shifty, slippery energy to this character. And it's like 1 minute you can see that within them, and then the next minute it changes, and then suddenly this version of them is standing in front of you. If this is a person, it doesn't have to be a person. Think outside the box. It might be a situation that you're in that keeps changing shape for you. and presenting differently moment to moment, day to day. And it's leaving you, I think, feeling trapped and confused and feeling like you don't know how to extricate yourself, you know, from one moment, this thing presenting like this. And it's almost like a creature like this appearing before you. I'm imagining you'd almost be in awe of it. Like, wow, you know? And then like the next minute, they show up as this. And then, and it's just, I get this energy just doing circles around you. Something is sort of like circling you or surrounding you, and it's got you feeling like you can't escape from this dance. And again, these could be two energies within you, different outlooks that are circling, that are shifting within you, emotions, stories, narratives that you have come to believe that are hard to get rid of and that are confusing, you know? But whatever they are, they're shaping you, Leo, into a shape that I don't think you really want to be. You know, it's like you don't want to let this energy turn you into this creature from the Black Lagoon, you know? It's like you are this. You are this being. And I think this reading is, it's basically like you kind of have to push through. Like, look at you peeking out from behind these goons. You kind of have to push through that density, and it might be really delicate. Again, shifty, slippery. This is the kind of energy I'm getting. It might be like, you know, like, I wish I had puppets. It's like, you know, like weaving in and out of this thing that's constantly changing and constantly shifting and constantly moving. And you're just like, keep your head down, Leo, check it. Keep your head down. Keep your feelers out to feel your way forward. It's like, it's almost like I want to put blinders on you. I almost want to be like, don't look at them, you know? Like, whatever this is, whatever like smoke and mirrors situation this is, it's, or narrative this is, or person, whatever, it's like, don't look at them. Don't look at that. Keep your focus on yourself and your intentions and what you're trying to do, and push through this gate. It's like these two, it's like you've come this far, and then it's like you're at the gate, and look who's there to like confuse you or like stand in your way. Do not be confused by this. You know, it's like, it's just like push through it, and you know, it is that kind of pressure, like, oh, and then you get to the other side, and there's a more like, I get like a freer, clearer, quieter energy. And there's something important about the fact that this passage is like U-shaped, Y-O-U. It's shaped like you. So whatever this is that isn't you, or that is false, that isn't right, can't fit through this passage. It won't be able to get through the gate. You will slip right through. So whatever this is, you are leaving it on this side of things, and you are pushing through to the other side. You know, I'm being reminded so I'm just one of 3 people in the collective, in the Unseen Hands collective, and our astrologer Kevin was talking, as we were talking through the collective energies, Kevin was talking about Neptune, and you know, we're in Pisces season, ruled by Neptune, and she was saying that Neptunian energy, it is an energy of dissolving, but it only dissolves what isn't true. I'm sure she's going to really dig into that in the collective astroscope, so I would encourage you to go have a listen. It's free on our website, link in description. You know about it, okay? But Kevin, you know, talking about Neptune only dissolves what isn't true feels really important for you, Leo, this month, because there's something that's not true about this. shiftiness about this thing that is, I think, dissolving with the help of Neptune here in Pisces/Aries season in March. Push through what isn't true. Okay, I'm excited to see what's on the other side here. We're going to dive into this now with some clarifying decks into an extended reading and see what we can pull out and get some more details. So if you'd like to join me for that extended, click the link in the description. That'll take you to our website, unseenhandscollective.com, where you can access this extended reading for Leo for March in our shop and through our monthly memberships. Now, this is only, again, 1/3 of the collective offering for Leo in March. Check out Kevin's shift scope to loop in the planetary movements and how they are influencing your month. And then check out Kelsey's guidebook that she has created to help you more personally move through this shift in March. Leo, thanks for being here. I'm just going to say it's not always best to assume the best in people. It's not always best to assume the best in a situation. It's not, not everyone has the best intentions, and that can be a hard thing to realize. But I think the evidence lies in what it's doing to you. Look what it's doing to you, this situation. It ain't right. They're not right. The situation ain't right. The narrative inside of you, whatever that is not right. It's time to appeal to a higher order and enact justice. Bring balance back into this situation.
That you are holding back on and not allowing yourself to fully take your soul fire and regenerate yourself and transform yourself in, like I said, it could be anything. Okay, if you're not fully stepping in because you're afraid of what people might think, or you're afraid of holding that much power, because it feels overwhelming to you, or like I said, or you're just stuck in feeling like overly compassionate, if that makes sense. Like compassionate to the point of not being able to take any action. Okay, because Leo, this is really about you getting your full power back at the beginning. March is about you getting that power back.